Once again, the point that I made was not to dispute your claim about the nature of the Anderson Cooper interview. The point that I made was to demonstrate that you think what individuals have said or done in the past can inform us of their character today, indexed and referenced to Donald Trump going on the Howard Stern radio show.
Stream Elements now live. Streaming Star Wars Jedi. Survivor. New game. EP2 Jedi. Survivor.
I'm pretty sure Washington Post did a study on him lying like 40,000 times in his second term. The start of second term, yeah, he lies. He lies all the fucking time. I didn't say he doesn't lie. I said E. Jean Carroll lies because she's insane.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and talk about that together. So, because Donald Trump lies...
Play the clip.
Oh my God. You were going to throw the point about my claim about the dressing rooms off. Okay, I will play the clip just so we could go back to the debate about the Howard Stern interview with Donald Trump and how that relates to the rape case. After I play this clip, you will see that I was right in what I said about how E. Jean Carroll brought up the fact that what happened to her was not sexual, was not sexy, it just hurt. And then Anderson Cooper says, well, I think most people think of rape as harmful. And then she says, no, I think most people think rape is sexy. Let's fine. I'll finally play the clip so then we could get back to my argument that you want to dodge from so hard.
Let's see this crazy bitch.
Yeah, now we have this fucking idiot calling rape victims crazy bitches and rapists the best president in the history of the U.S.
She didn't get raped.
She didn't get raped? Okay. So then how do you respond to the fact that she's been able to keep her testimony consistent for the last 30 years? How do you respond to the fact that she was able to get 4 of her friends to corroborate that she's been able to keep her testimony consistent for the last 30 years? How do you respond to the fact that there's therapist notes from the 90s that indicate she was raped by Donald Trump? How do you respond to the fact that a psychotherapist indicated that the presentation of trauma during her testimony is typically that true of rape victims? How do you respond to the fact that Donald Trump had multiple lies and inconsistencies within his testimony, such as the fact that he claimed he never met her, and which she then responded to with a picture of them together, or the fact that he said he never would have raped her because she wasn't his type, but then under deposition he confused a photo of E. Jean Carroll to be his ex-wife Marla Maples, who clearly was his type? How do you respond to the fact that in 2005 he said that he could just grab women by their vaginas without asking first, and coincidentally that is exactly what this jury ruled he did to E. Jean Carroll? And how do you respond to the fact that those in which go to jail for to then get out of jail and repeat that crime are those that go to jail for sex crimes? And we know that Donald Trump has engaged in similar sex crimes in the past, such as once again when he sexually exploited the women and girls at Miss Teen USA and Miss USA, and he boasted about it proudly. So it makes sense that he'd also rape another woman in another dressing room. Since you want to call her a crazy bee, I'm going to go ahead and have you respond to all of the evidence in which she provided to the court to corroborate her claim. Because if you cannot debunk that evidence, you can't describe and you can't prove that she's crazy, and you are just truly calling a rape victim a bitch and the rapist the best president. Let's go ahead and hear the refutation, please.
E. Jean Carroll was not great. Play the clip.
So you're not going to refute any of the evidence that I just provided to you?
You won't play the clip.
I was about to play the clip, but then you started calling her a crazy bitch.
Why can you not play the clip, Dean?
I was literally about to play the clip, but then you started calling her a crazy bitch. So I'm going to make sure that you respond to the counter argument against your claim that she's a crazy bee before we go any further. Maybe you shouldn't have called her a crazy bee. Do you think I'm just going to let you get away with that? Listen, I understand that you belong to a political tribe of idiots who will let you say and do whatever you want because nothing matters to Trump supporters. Not boundaries, not consent, not decorum, not kindness, not empathy, but it does matter to me. So maybe if you wanted me to play the clip when I said I would, you shouldn't have called her a crazy bitch. Go ahead and respond to the counter argument I gave against your incredibly disrespectful and vulgar claim that E. Jean Carroll's a crazy bee.
You asked for evidence just now to disprove everything you just said. Well, I've asked you to prove my point to the beginning of this debate, and you will not play the clip because
all right, he's just going to go back to the clip. He's not going to listen to it. Fine, we're just going to go and play the clip so then he can respond to all the evidence that proves Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll.
When a woman is stoned, then I violence. Mine was.
No, play the start. The start.
I just say it's.
It's a 25-minute interview. I'm going to skip to the relevant context.
Yeah, no.
I'm not the victim.
Go 2 minutes before
Right?
Anderson Cooper
I'm not
asked
the
for
victim.
a break.
Please shut up so I can
That's
play
how
the
insane
clip.
she is.
You don't feel like
2
a
minutes
victim.
before he
I was not
asks for a
thrown
break.
on the ground and ravished. Which the word rape carries so many. Just use. I use the word fight.
You don't use the word rape.
Sexual violence is in every country, in every strata of society, and I just feel that so many women are undergoing sexual violence. Mine was short. I got out. I'm happy now. I'm moving on. And I think of all the women who are enduring constant sexual violence. So this one instant, this one, 3 minutes in this little dressing room, I just say it's the fight. That way I'm not the victim, right? I'm not the victim.
You don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Wow, so the clip said exactly what I said it did.
No, you cut it off. Even Anderson.
So the
Cooper,
the clip said
Anderson
exactly
Cooper,
what I
even
said it did.
Anderson Cooper,
Thank you.
Even Anderson Cooper looked at her like he just saw a ghost and pleaded with CNN to go to break. Okay? So, no, I have no proof whatsoever disapproving because I've not looked into the case like you have. This is your number one talking point, number one debate. I can say you're the best at debating this one issue, better than all your other issues. So I have no proof.
Now he's
disapproving
spiraling
everything that
because
you
I
just
finally
said.
played the clip, so he can't use that as a pivot anymore.
She's insane.
Maybe I should have played the clip earlier. Maybe I should have played the clip earlier. Fuck.
How so?
You're saying that clip
I
makes
was
her sound
answering
crazy.
you, cut me
Do you
off.
mind if I ask you a question? So if there's like an elderly black person that grew up during racial segregation, okay, can we agree?
Just read off Discord, bro. How about show?
Oh
different,
yeah,
how about show the clip?
I'm reading off Discord right
Yeah,
now.
you got
I'm gonna
Discord,
go back
right?
to what I was saying, but this time with my eyes closed. Let's assume that there's an elderly black person who grew up during racial segregation. Would you agree that this person would be hyper tuned into racism?
Matters where they live. If they live down in Mississippi,
They're going to be
South-
hyper aware of racism, right? More aware
if they
than
live in New York.
white people that didn't grow up in segregation, right? White people were never segregated. You agree that this person would be hyper aware of racism because it personally impacted them to a very high extent. So if there was an elderly
60s?
black person
Yeah.
that was sitting down on an interview, and this elderly black person said, I think that most people think of racism as convenient. I
Oh my
think that
God,
most
that's not
people
even close
think
to an
of
analogy to-
racism as of funny. And then they said, well, racism isn't convenient. It's not funny. It just hurt. And then the interviewer goes, well, I think most people think of racism as hurtful. And then they say, no, I think that most people think of racism as funny and convenient. Are they saying that they think of racism as funny or convenient? No. Are they just communicating the fact that they grew up in a society where they were hyper aware and still are today of the racism that exists in the world around them and how that racism has been so personally impactful to themselves and how other individuals have undermined the meaning and the value of said racism? Yes. Same thing is true for rape victims.
You can't.
When you are raped, when you undergo and experience a sexual violence, you become hyper aware of all people who undermine that sexual violence. You become hyper aware of all the smut books. You become hyper aware of all the movies, hyper aware of all the porn categories. So when she says that what happened to her was not sexy, was not sexual, it just hurt, and then E. Jean Carroll says, I think most people think of rape as hurtful. Then she says, no, I think most people think of rape as sexy. She is pointing out the systemic failure of this nation. She is pointing out the rape culture that exists. She is pointing out the rape categories on porn websites. She's pointing out that smut. She's pointing out those movies. She's pointing out how so many people in society undermine what she lived through. It does not mean that she thinks rape is sexy, nor does it mean that she is a crazy bitch.
Well,
Go ahead and either give a counter argument to anything I said, or give a counter argument to all of the evidence I gave you to prove that Trump raped E. Jean Carroll that you still have not addressed.
No, because I'm not aware of it.
I gave it all to you. You are aware of it. I said every piece of evidence.
You were rapping.
Okay, so let's slow down. Let's go back to my first point. Do you agree that what individuals have done before and what they've said before can inform us of their character today?
I'm not going down this whole thing.
Answer the question. No, answer the question.
No. He was found civilly liable.
Do you agree that what people have done or said before inform us of their character today?
Can we move on, bro?
It's funny how you want to move on right after I play that clip. I gave you 4 different arguments.
Talking about one issue for 30 minutes.
I gave you 4 different arguments. And in response to every single argument I gave you, you just said play the clip. But now that I've actually played the clip and given you an argument that nothing insane in that clip was said, now you just want to move on?
What? How many people have you heard say the exact quote that she used, or any kind of idea of what she just said? That any rape victim said again, great. Most people find it sexy. Give me
Where did she say? Where did she say that most people find getting raped sexy?
Sexy?
And that is different from the claim that majority of people find getting raped sexy.
No, what I asked is
she specifically said that culturally the word rape carries sexual connotations. I could point you towards a billion different rape victims that say culturally rape carries sexual connotations in the way that people have discourse over it because of smut, because of it being a porn category on websites, because of rape culture.
I have never heard any other rape victim ever
because you don't spend your time talking to rape victims about what they live through. You spend your time supporting rapists as presidents.
You do? You talk to rape victims all the time?
Yeah. In fact, I do. In fact, I do. I don't have to tell you anything about my personal experiences
because you're
outside
lying.
of this live
Because you're lying. You're trying to act like some kind of
How
Superman.
How the fuck could you possibly say that I'm lying when nearly every woman and girl in society has a story to tell?
You have not helped.
How the fuck can you say I'm lying when nearly every single woman and girl in society has a story to tell? How can you say that I'm lying, that I haven't, when I say that I've spoken to rape victims about their lived experiences recently?
Because you're a speaker for the DNC.
You understand that you could walk out your fucking door. You could walk out your fucking door. You could walk out. One moment. Shut up. You could walk out your fucking front door. Go find a random woman in the mall, and I would bet you that there's around the chance of a flip of a coin that woman would have a story to tell about sexual violence. Why? Because people like you undermine it, people like you ignore it, and people like you empower the predators and put them in positions of power.
I want a capital
punishment. No, you don't want capital punishment.
I do.
You want the presidency.
He was found civilly liable. He was not criminally prosecuted. What's the difference between criminally liable, civilly liable, and a criminal prosecution? What's the difference, Dean?
Standard of evidence. Inside of criminal courts, the standard of evidence is beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. In civil courts, it is the preponderance of the evidence. However, I would say the evidence submitted to the civil court to prove that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll, prove that he raped her beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, because there's no reasonable doubt that exists to the evidence submitted to the court. Oh, I'm sorry. You interrupted
Well,
me, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat my claim. You asked me what the difference was between civil and criminal courts. The difference between civil and criminal courts is that in civil courts, the standard of evidence is the preponderance of the evidence. Meanwhile, in criminal courts, the standard of evidence is beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. However, I would say that the evidence submitted to the court case to prove that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll civilly proved that it occurred beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt.
So just, I'm going to make sure the audience is aware. To be found civilly liable, there is only needs to be a 51% chance you committed the crime.
Minimum.
Only 51. Yeah. Only 51% likelihood you did the crime.
Yeah, and I believe that in this specific civil court case, it was proved beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, which extends quite beyond that minimum standard of evidence at 51% due to the specific evidence submitted to this specific court case.
Can you not cut me off anymore? I was still speaking.
Oh, wow, really? You care about your right to speak? Why don't you care about her right to bodily autonomy and consent?
She was not great.
So, then give a counter-argument against all the evidence that I listed off that proves otherwise. You still have not addressed the stated and enumerated evidence to prove that she was raped. It's like a debate with a flat earther, everybody. Imagine that you start talking to a flat earther and they're like, oh, the earth is flat, it's not round. And then you're like a fucking NASA scientist. Well, you say, oh, no, the earth is round because with a round earth model, we could like accurately predict where and when the sun is going to rise and set. We could accurately explain why there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Meanwhile, there's no sun at all in other places of the world. We could accurately explain why you see different constellations and star systems in the sky in the northern hemisphere compared to the southern hemisphere. Not to mention that we have legitimate cell phone footage of the earth being round from the Artemis 2 mission. And we've had images of the round earth, since the Voyagers in the 70s turned around and took a photo of them. And they're like, Earth not round. And then they just don't address any of the evidence that you provide that the Earth is round. Well, that's essentially what this guest is doing in this debate. I listed and enumerated around 20 different very specific data points of individual pieces of evidence to prove that Donald Trump did rape E. Jean Carroll. This guest responded to none of them. He simply responded by saying that the claim is false and she's a crazy bitch. And I'm over here continually asking this guest to debunk the evidence I provided, and he's simply incapable of doing it. I'm going to pass the mic back to the guest. I want you to watch his next set of actions very closely, because what you'll see is that he will be unable to debunk a single piece of evidence that I provided to him around 10 minutes ago at this point that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll.
All evidence I need is that he was not criminally prosecuted.
Okay.
There is no such thing at there is not a shadow of a doubt that he did not commit the crime.
Can I ask you a question? I'm going to go ahead and ask you a question because it seems like your argument is clear. You're saying that regardless of the specific evidence that was submitted to the court case to prove that he raped her, because it was proven in a civil court and not a criminal court because of the statute of limitations, by the way, that you will not believe that he raped her. So let me ask you a question. If the evidence that E. Jean Carroll submitted to that courtroom was literally a video authenticated by forensic experts of him raping her, would you still argue that you would not believe he raped her because it was not proven in a criminal court?
If there is video evidence of him committing the crime, I would believe her.
Okay, so you are saying that you would believe the outcome of the civil court.
Yes.
One moment. You are saying that you would believe the outcome of the civil court if the evidence that drove that outcome was compelling, correct?
If there was an actual video, or if there was DNA.
Just answer the question. You are saying that you would believe the outcome of that civil court
a forensic
if
video?
the evidence submitted to that court was sufficiently compelling, such as a video, such as DNA, or such as any other mixture of evidence in which is sufficiently compelling to demonstrate that it occurred beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, correct?
No.
Okay. So then you wouldn't believe the outcome of that civil court if the evidence submitted to the court was literally a video of it happening.
Oh, like a physical. You keep on saying forensic, so I'm thinking like you're like showing like.
This is just an example This is just an example
if there's a
of a
physical
form
video,
of evidence
if there's a physical
that
video
would be
of
compelling.
him doing the act, yes, I would believe her, and he should be put to death.
Okay, is that the only form of evidence that you would accept?
No.
Okay,
Like
so there
DNA.
are other forms of
DNA,
evidence that you would
no.
accept. But as long as the evidence is sufficiently compelling to demonstrate that it occurred beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, you would believe it. True or false?
Like DNA? Yeah.
Just
Like-
answer the question.
like-
If the evidence proved it to be true beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, would you believe it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I believe that all of the evidence I gave you earlier amounted to demonstrating that it is true Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. If you disagree, please articulate the reasonable doubt to the evidence provided.
I thought I told you now like 2 different times. I'm not aware of any of the evidence because I'm not aware of the case. My only argument, this fake laugh.
Oh my
My
God,
only
bro.
argument, my only
All right,
argument.
bro, listen. We're just going to go through the evidence again together. Just listen very closely this time. First and foremost.
You won't talk policies.
First and foremost, if you're telling me that you don't even know the evidence, but you know that she was a crazy liar, then I know that you are a crazy cult member. Once again, I will re-specify the evidence. Listen closely. First, we have her testimony that she's kept consistent
No,
for the
I
last
gotta go
30
through it.
years.
I gotta go through
on
it all.
top of,
I have to go through it all.
Let me finish stating
I have
the
to physically
evidence.
go through it all.
Let me finish stating the evidence,
I have
and
to-
then I will allow you to respond.
I have to go through it. What are you talking about? I'm not aware of any evidence.
I'm
I'll have
telling
to go
you the
physically through
evidence.
one by one. I'll have to go through it myself now.
Okay,
This
so
is
you're
what you're-
telling me that I can't communicate the evidence to you on live?
No, because I believe you're a liar.
Okay. If he admitted to doing it to E. Jean Carroll, would you agree that he did it to E. Jean Carroll?
Say that again?
If Donald Trump admitting to raping E. Jean Carroll, would you believe that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll?
He's a liar. He's been a proven liar.
So are there reasons why people lie?
No, I mean, I'll take that back. If yes, now you're gonna talk about Howard Stern.
Just
But
answer the question. If he admitted to raping E. Jean Carroll,
I'll answer you.
would
I'll
you
answer
believe that he
I'll take it
raped
back.
E. Jean Carroll?
I'll take back what I just said. But you're about to bring up Howard Stern though. So
If
we're
he
not
admitted
going
to
that.
raping E. Jean Carroll, would you believe
yeah,
that he
like-
raped E. Jean Carroll?
Same thing if he admitted to a murder. Yes.
Could I just get a... Okay. You
Yes.
would.
Yep. So let's talk about Howard Stern now.
So if Donald Trump admitted
about
to
Howard
it,
Stern,
you
huh?
believe that he did
Talk
it.
about Howard Stern. Let's talk about Howard Stern.
Yeah, well, I think that you're a liar because
yeah.
earlier when I told you about
about
how
Howard
he
Stern.
admitted to sexual violence by barging into the dressing rooms of naked women and
Howard
girls,
Stern.
you didn't believe that he did it.
Yep.
So I think that the goal shift is forever moving with you guys. It doesn't matter,
no,
okay, if
no,
he
no,
admits to it,
no.
you call him a liar. It doesn't matter if he's found guilty in court, you say that the court is wrong.
No, because there's difference. Even though, what was the crime for barging into a woman's restroom?
Well, the specific crime would be voyeurism.
And what is that? Like,
The
how
action
many,
of looking at somebody in the nude without consent.
how many years are we talking about?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
6 months in
I would
jail.
assume it would depend on the state. Can you
Well,
please respond to the fact that you told me
there is
that
a
you would
giant-
believe
okay.
that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll if he admitted to it, but you wouldn't believe that Donald Trump sexually exploited naked women and girls if he admitted to it?
There is a giant difference between raping someone and looking at someone when they're in a nude position.
So what reasons would he have to lie about sexually exploiting naked women and girls that he wouldn't have to lie about raping women or girls?
The court and the people in this live, and same as you do.
This is a non-answer.
No, there is not even a kind of a comparison between someone admitting to looking at someone in a nude way and then someone raping someone.
Yeah,
It's
the
not even kind of
comparison would
close.
be is that both of those two actions are sexually violent. But go ahead and articulate the difference by telling me what reasons Trump would have to lie about engaging in sexual violence by sexually exploiting the naked bodies of women and girls that he would not have to lie about engaging in sexual violence by raping a woman or a girl?
Because politicians lie.
Saying that politicians lie would be a reason that would apply in both circumstances. Because in both circumstances, the claim that he raped somebody and the claim that he sexually exploited somebody would be two claims made by the same politician. So you're going to have to grant reasons insofar as why this politician would lie about engaging in sexual violence, but wouldn't lie about engaging in rape.
So this is what Dean is doing. He is saying if you had a white lie or lied about anything in your past, you are a liar by all the future things that you said.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm asking a question.
Exactly what you're saying.
When you say things, when you make claims, you're stating beliefs in which you believe to be true or false. When I'm asking you a question, I'm not stating a thing that I think is true or false, because questions can't be true or false. So answer the question. What reasons would Trump have to lie about sexually exploiting women and girls by looking at their naked bodies without consent that he would not have to lie about raping a woman? What I would say is that in both scenarios, there'd be no reason to lie about it. This is why you can't point me towards one other clip of any other man in an interview ever lying and falsely claiming to have engaged in sexual violence when in all reality, we know they were innocent. This is why you can't explain how and why what Donald Trump admitted to on the Howard Stern radio show about barging into the dressing rooms was then corroborated by multiple independent accounts from victims that competed in different years and different pageants that never met one another. An example would be Mariah Bellato, who competed at Miss Teen USA in 1997, who said Donald Trump barged into her dressing rooms and looked at her naked body. And then Tasha Dixon, Miss Arizona from Miss USA, a different pageant in a different year, 2001, that said Donald Trump barged into their dressing rooms to look at their naked body. You also can't explain why in the clip Donald Trump says that this is actually something that he's done. I want you to respond to my question. What reasons would Donald Trump have to lie about sexually exploiting the naked bodies of women and girls that he wouldn't have to lie about admitting to raping E. Jean Carroll? Because you said if he said he did sexually exploit women and girls, you wouldn't believe it. But if he said he did rape E. Jean Carroll, you would believe it. So tell me the reasons to lie in the first scenario that don't exist in the second scenario.
Tired of streaming to zero.
Stop shifting the goalposts.
Let's change
Stop
that.
deflecting
Only
it. Look like a goddamn error.
Ruit stream underscore
This is my fourth time asking you this question. The other three times that I asked you this question, you did not respond. You deflected away. The first time I asked you this question, you just said he's a politician. The second time I asked you this question, you just tried to make some bullshit up about how I'm suggesting that if somebody lies once, then they're a liar for the rest of their lives. The third time I asked you this question, you didn't even answer it. So answer the question. What reasons would he have to lie about sexually exploiting naked women and girls by viewing their naked bodies unconsensually that he would not have to lie about raping E. Jean Carroll?
He never admitted to raping E. Jean Carroll.
But you said if he did, then you would believe him. I thought that we just specified this.
Because
your claim was,
I just said,
if he admitted to raping E. Jean Carroll, you would believe him. But your first claim was, even though he admitted to sexually exploited naked women and girls, you don't believe him. That's where this question is derivative of. Answer the question. What reasons would he have to lie about sexually exploiting naked women and girls that he would not have to lie about raping E. Jean Carroll?
I mean, I've said this now 3 different times. Raping someone and looking at someone in a nude way is totally... It's not even kind of close.
This is not an identification of the reasons that he would have to lie in one scenario, but not in the other. And you're arguing this is an identification of the reasons. Then specify the reasons to lie.
Because he is a bad person. And he does stupid things, and he says stupid things.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if that is a legitimate reason to lie about engaging in sexual violence when in all reality they're innocent. You're saying that that reason to lie is that they're stupid. Do you agree that there are a lot of stupid people?
Yes.
Okay, so if stupidity was a reason to lie about falsely engaging in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't, give me one other scenario of a stupid man falsely claiming to have engaged in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't. If you can't give me one other scenario of a stupid man doing this, then it must be false that stupidity would be a reason to falsely claim about engaging in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't.
I'll find you someone.
Do it. Do it.
Give me a second.
You're not going to be able to do it. Somebody in the chat just said, why does Dean always look angry? Because I am angered by rape apologists. I am angered by people who run frontline defense for rapists and call the rape victim a crazy bitch
He didn't grape
when
Eugene
they don't
Carroll.
even know the evidence that exists. Says the guy that doesn't even know the evidence that exists. Shut up and find another clip of a man lying about engaging in sexual violence during an interview when we know in all reality they were innocent. Give me a clip from one other interview of that same scenario unfolding. Brian, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, who says, where's the Republican argument of no men in girls' changing rooms or bathrooms in reference to trans individuals? So why is it okay for Trump to look at girls? It's okay for Trump to look at girls. It's okay for Trump to rape women. It's okay for Donald Trump to start a new war of choice, costing lives and $1 billion a day.
Yo,
loses it.
welcome
It's
back.
okay for Donald Trump to reduce the purchase
Jumping
of
in.
the working class. It's okay for Donald Trump to call for the
Straight into it to
execution of
episode
16
2.
Democrats in Congress. It's okay for Donald Trump to do anything and everything, because to these people, Donald Trump is their omnipotent, all good, maximally perfect God. Flex Eugene Carroll. A form of evidence
There's a physical
that
video
would be
of him
compelling.
doing the act. Yes, I would believe her, and he should be put to death.
Okay, is that the only form of evidence that you would accept?
No.
Okay,
Like
so there
DNA.
are other forms of
DNA,
evidence that you would
no.
accept, but as long as the evidence is sufficiently compelling to demonstrate that it occurred beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, you would believe it. True or false?
Like DNA. Yeah.
Just
Like-
answer the question.
like-
If the evidence proved it to be true beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, would you believe it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I believe that all of the evidence I gave you earlier amounted to demonstrating that it is true Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. If you disagree, please articulate the reasonable doubt to the evidence provided.
I thought I told you now like 2 different times. I'm not aware of any of that evidence because I'm not aware of the case. My only argument, my was fake laugh.
Oh my
My
God,
only
bro.
argument, my only
All right,
argument.
bro, listen. We're just going to go through the evidence again together. Just listen very closely this time. First and foremost.
You won't talk policies.
First and foremost, if you're telling me that you don't even know the evidence, but you know that she was a crazy liar, then I know that you are a crazy cult member. Once again, I will re-specify the evidence. Listen closely. First, we have her testimony. testimony that she's kept consistent
No,
for the
I
last
gotta go
30
through it.
years.
I gotta go through
on
it
top of
I have to go through it all.
Let me finish
I
stating
have
the
to physically
evidence.
go through it all.
This war. Reaches beyond the
Other scenario of a stupid man falsely claiming to have engaged in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't. If you can't give me one other scenario of a stupid man doing this, then it must be false. That stupidity would be a reason to falsely claim about engaging in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't.
I'll find you someone.
Do it. Do it.
Give me a second.
You're not going to be able to do it. Somebody in the chat just said, why does Dean always look angry? Because I am angered by rape apologists. I am angered by people who run frontline defense for rapists and call the rape victim a crazy bitch
Getting grape
when they
eating
don't
Carol.
even know the evidence that exists. Says the guy that doesn't even know the evidence that exists. Shut up and find another clip of a man lying about engaging in sexual violence during an interview when we know in all reality they were innocent. Give me a clip from one other interview of that same scenario unfolding. Brian, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, who says, where's the Republican argument of no men in girls' changing rooms or bathrooms in reference to trans individuals? So why is it okay for Trump to look at girls? It's okay for Trump to look at girls. It's okay for Trump to rape women. It's okay for Donald Trump to start a new war of choice, costing lives and $1 billion a day, even when he loses it. It's okay for Donald Trump to reduce the purchasing power of the working class. It's okay for Donald Trump to call for the execution of 6 sitting Democrats in Congress. It's okay for Donald Trump to do anything and everything, because to these people, Donald Trump is their omnipotent, all-good, maximally perfect God who could do no wrong. So whenever Donald Trump does do something, it is then by definition good to do. Alexa, thank you for the $2. She says standard for civil cases alleging malice is higher than 51%. True. Rami, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for that love, Rami. Please show some love to Rami in the chat, who says, what's with all these MAGA weirdos that keep asking for videos of rape in order to believe it? That's very creepy. I agree, it is creepy. Lindsay, thank you for the $5, who says, dude is terrible. His emotions are getting the best of him, as is to be said about most Trump-supporting men. Taylor, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you. Thank you. And then Joe with the $10 says, I'm sorry, what a freaking loser. He's literally about to cry. What a pathetic man. He's been on the verge of tears for the last 3 minutes. Carolyn, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Says, on behalf of the rational women everywhere, please accept this donation as a formal apology for the brain cells you lost when debating the 20 idiots on Jubilee. You deserve hazard pay. Thank you for your service. Well, I appreciate you for the $20, Carolyn. That is beyond kind of you, and I'm very grateful for you. Let's get 200 Carolyn W's in that chat.
I need to clear
that is actually not Carolyn, that's Karen. C-A-R-Y-N. Thank you so much, Karen. And then Ashley, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much. And that's awesome. I can't wait to look through it, Ashley. Thank you for the $25. Olivia, thank you for the $10. Lindsay, I appreciate you for the $10. And Felicia, thank you for the $20. Who says, thank you for continuing to be a voice for humanity. Well, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if I'd say I'm a voice for humanity, but I do think that I'm a voice for what's best for humanity. And I try to convince as many people as possible on a daily basis to understand that maybe rape culture is not what's best for humanity. At least that seems to be what I'm doing right now. Thank you for the $20, Felicia. Jason with the $5 says, this guy's so angry. Jason sent that donation in 40 minutes ago and he still hasn't calmed down. Lol. Melissa, thank you for the $10, who says, hey, Dan, I used to love watching you with my grandmom. She died earlier this month at 81 years old. Oh, man. I'm really sorry to hear that, Melissa. You know, best thoughts, prayers, and wishes to you and your family. I understand what that's like. My grandma passed away earlier this month. I wish you guys the best of luck. Vivian, thank you for the $16 donation on PayPal, who says, hey, Dean, I was looking forward to today's stream, and I'm currently watching. Always one of the best parts of my day. Keep going, and I hope you have a great day. Well, I hope you have a great evening as well, Vivian. I hope that you enjoy this stream, and thank you so much for the $16 donation. Please show some love to Vivian in that chat. Same thing to Kaylin. Thank you so much, C-A-L-Y-N. Thank you so much for the $2. And then one person to quickly thank over on Super Chat, Miss Jenna. Thank you so much for the $100 donation. Jenna, you are the GOAT. That is so much fucking money. Jesus, Jenna. I don't deserve that. Holy fuck, dude. Show some love to Jenna down below. Let's get 1,000 Jenna W's down below in that chat. Please show some love to Jenna down below. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the very bottom of my heart. That is unbelievably kind of you. Thank you for the continued love and support. Holy moly. Wow. All right. Jack, it seems like you're back. Go ahead and provide us the clip of one other man sitting down on an interview. One moment. On an interview. All right. And claiming that they falsely engaged in, that they did engage in sexual violence, when in all reality, we know they were innocent.
I have no, you asked for evidence, you didn't ask for a clip.
Yeah, well, I'd assume like a clip is the only evidence that you could provide of this happening.
No, I didn't. I found evidence.
All right. I mean, if there's other evidence that works.
Would you agree that hiding something from your partner is a lie? Is that an active lie? Like a, you know what I mean? Like if you were to hide something,
you could
which
lie
is wrong,
you could lie by omission.
from your girlfriend.
Just get to the point where you're going to give us evidence that another man outside of Trump sat down in an interview
No,
claimed that they engaged in sexual violence when in all reality they didn't.
No, what you asked for is claim someone who is lying about unconsensually looking at naked women. Right?
I know what I asked because I asked this to many Trump supporters. What I asked was for one other example of a man in an interview falsely claiming and lying
looking at other
about
women,
engaging
right?
in sexual violence, when in all reality we know they didn't. Unconsensually looking at the naked body of a woman would be a form of sexual violence. So if you have another clip of somebody other than Trump sitting down in an interview that claimed that they unconsensually looked at the body of a naked woman, when in all reality we know they did not unconsensually look at the naked body of a woman, well, that would be an answer to my question.
Okay, I have evidence. Can we agree that hiding something from your partner is a lie?
It depends on about 1 billion variables, but it absolutely can be a lie by omission.
Would you say corn is looking at women unconsensually?
No,
How? Well, when did
Because
women?
they because they consented to film this video.
No, they consented
Duchess
to have
7774
whatever individual or by
knows how it's
themselves.
called.
We didn't ask for
And
it.
they consented.
And they give it to them.
And they consented for that video to be filmed.
Screen.
Wrong. Well, yeah,
Not
that
wrong.
is correct. That's correct, but I didn't ask for consent.
What'd you say, baby? Hold on. I'll check.
You didn't ask for consent? What do you
I
mean?
mean, like, individuals didn't ask for consent to look at.
Like you didn't ask for their consent to watch the video? Well, you have it because they made the informed decision to film that video knowing that you might see it.
But we didn't ask for consent, right?
They gave you consent without you asking
No, they
for
didn't
it
give us.
by consenting to that footage being filmed.
Oh, my bad.
Knowing that you could see it.
I had phone
It's
on the
implied
charger.
consent. So it is a form of consent.
Duchess
So-
74
They do give
said we
consent
can't
for
see
you to
your
watch
game,
it,
just
yes.
the optimizing
Not for the
game
individual.
files.
They just.
They do.
said you can record this.
They give consent to the individual and
No, they
all
don't. I didn't
individuals
ask
that
for
watch
it.
the video.
Well, what is
Oh,
consent then?
that's weird. Hold on.
What is consent? Allowing
Yeah.
for an action to take place. By knowing that if this video is filmed, it could be distributed to you,
There we go.
and then still allowing
Appreciate
and
you,
consenting
babe.
to this video
I
to
didn't
be
even
filmed,
notice, so that's a
given
good
that they're
thing to
overage,
notice
of
now.
course. They're thereby consenting for you to watch this video. This
I
this
never
is like
asked, no.
this is like rudimentary shit, dude. It is obviously not sexual exploitation to watch porn when that porn is, of course, between consenting adults.
No individual ever asked for that consent. So, but I guess you can.
Are you saying that it's sexual violence to watch porn between two consenting adults that consented for the creation of that porn and consented to the dissemination of that porn?
Yeah, because by your
So
definition,
have you watched porn before?
no,
You've never watched porn.
nope.
I don't believe you.
The
Okay,
Wi-Fi
but
was
whatever.
doing so
I'm a-
great.
I'm a-
Come on, don't give
Do you
up on
think
me.
that
Decent
all
looking
men?
guy. I'm alright.
Do you think that all men who have watched porn are sexual predators?
Come on, don't mess up on me.
Yeah, because by your definition, well, by your definition,
Dude.
is sexual violence if you didn't ask for consent.
I thought I've already told you that by my definition, it's not sexual violence, because I specified how like that adult is consenting for the creation of this footage, and then they are consenting to the dissemination of this footage.
I mean, I can see with everything, bro. I want to talk about policies. If you don't want to talk about policies on
Okay.
this live, we'll go to someone else's
so
live.
is this like a so is this a concession? Like this is probably like the stupidest point I've ever had anybody make on my live stream. Like I'm over here saying, our president.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Canalor was supposed to bring us closer. But all it did was divide our order. The Council may have given up on you, but I know who you truly are, Dagon. Even if you yourself have forgotten.
She had such faith in him. At least she never had to see him fall to the dark side.
Not a bad view, huh, buddy? Reason boat fixed the mantis by now. Look at those.
I need to focus. Let's move, BD.
Found another shard.
We're not getting up this water. Not without some help.
You're new here, yeah?
That's right.
He's
Yeah.
much.
Canalor is real. And it may be the last corner of this galaxy that's safe from the Empire. I wish you could have seen it too, BD. Nice. think we just found our ticket out of here. Easy. We won't hurt you.
Ready to ride. Come on! Jump!
I bet we can clear that gate with a little boost from our new friend.
Here we go.
What color should I do? Got this one, little brown and orange tint. Got this green. It's a nice look. Got a black. I got a white lightsaber, so I'm gonna stay with the white.
A sandcrawler, you know what that means. Jawas can't be far off.
You got it.
Let's stop. Back to it. Looks like the Mantis is back in action. Come on, BD. Let's meet him at the landing pad. You know your way around Kobo, don't you? Yeah! Hey.
The new fella. Howdy.
Howdy back at you.
If you're looking for a side, you might want to trek to the higher edges of the canyon.
Is it worth the hike?
I wouldn't know.
Sounds like...
It's a...
Well, you got a mean look to you. Yeah, there's...
We won't let anything happen to you, will we, BD? Let's go, BD.
Come on in, grab a spot at the bar.
I wish those raiders would just...
Yup.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Monk, you back there? Till next time, pal. Barkeep.
You look tired. Take a load off. Word is there's a traveling troubadour and a DJ droid from the core worlds on Kobo.
Not what I expected you to say. Any idea what?
They've.
I'll see if I can.
So how long have you known?
No.
If,
It was good to see you. Grease always had an eye for eccentric art. Let's see what we find up here.
Cal, I gotta.
Here we go.
That.
We'll... What a view. I bet I could plant a great garden up here with a little help. All right, let's try planting these seeds we found. And you go over here.
welcome, welcome. Make yourself at home.
Cal. Will do.
Strangers.
Really? That's Sears' Helix set. Wonder why it ended up here. My old scrapper outfit. Why did Grease keep this? I know. Creepy. Ready to work, BD? Ready to roll with this. New look for you, BD. Same great attitude. That'll do. All right, then. It's okay. Let's move. Z, you're looking good as new.
Indeed. That mechanical mixologist is a miracle worker. I must know, did you locate the key to Tanalor?
It's complicated, but we'll find it.
Monk told me what transpired while I was asleep. To think the Jedi Order is no more, that must have been dreadful for you. We have both been through so much, but we must persevere, Cal. After all, what else is there to do?
That's right. You've got room for one more?
I shall remain here, but if you need my counsel, I will be at the saloon. I am very fortunate to have met you, Cal Kestis.
I found something out there.
Oh yeah, what do you got? Another holocron?
Jedi. From the time of the High Republic, somehow preserved in Bacta. Dagan Gera. I freed him.
What happened?
He attacked me. Escaped with the Bedlam Raiders. He's who they've been looking for. Says the Jedi betrayed him and turned to the dark side.
Are you okay, kid?
Tanalor. It's real, Grease. It's hidden somewhere in the Abyss.
Oh, that's impossible! The Abyss eats any ship that gets too close!
The Republic found a way through hundreds of years ago. That's why they built that array in the forest.
A hidden world that nobody's been able to reach for centuries. If you figured out how to cross the Abyss, you could just disappear.
Completely. No Bedlam Raiders. No bounty hunters.
No galactic empire.
I'm just spitballing here, but that does sound like a place that someone could call home.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a home.
Get your feet down. All right, I'm going back to the cantina.
You know, Grease, we could use a real pilot.
I don't know. I mean, you're doing okay on your own. I mean, you could clean the Patoli weave every now and then.
We don't know the Mantis like you do. Nobody does.
Oh, Cal, I'm sorry. My best days are behind me. I can't even hold my card steady.
I know things are different from how they used to be, but I'm not sure I could do this without you.
Is that really how you feel?
It is.
Well, I mean, I guess I could have Monk keep his eye on the saloon.
Greasy money.
All right.
You in? I mean, there's not gonna be much in the way of credits.
Cal, this is better than any score. Imagine, no more looking over your shoulder. A safe place for us, for the ones we love.
If anyone knows about a lost Jedi world, it's Seer.
Jedi! Aha! It's about time you paid that lady a visit. All right, I'm gonna make us some food before we go.
Hey, Cal. Good to see you.
Greetings, Sojourner.
Just Cal will do.
It will not.
Okay.
No, no, no. They unearth riches. Too locked excavates that which cannot be so easily grasped.
Make a lot of credits in that line of work?
Wisdom is a good that never decays and is always in short supply.
Oh, it was bad. Real bad.
When is it ever not bad with you?
Stakes were raised, Mosey. The way Zeke was looking at me with his crazy eyes. I swear if Cal weren't there, I would have been 6 feet under.
Speak of the Gundark, there's your savior.
Hey there, Mosey. You stop into Pyloon's often?
I check in every now and then. Raiders like to pick on the helpless.
And your axe screams, fight me! I dare you! I double dare you! You two-time and dirty!
All right, settle down.
Who taught you to hunt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like... Yeah.
Cal! And I... You know...
You scrap anything useful out?
Cal.
You...
Cal!
You...
I...
Not a bad selection.
Remarkable, isn't it?
What can I help you with? Welcome. Now that's a Domodendra guarantee.
You hear that, buddy?
That's right.
Tempting.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, I knew that one would catch your eye. You got a good eye.
This one.
I held that one just for you.
You're the... There... This...
So who's the... A mentor of mine. Rescued me from the Empire on Braca and dragged me halfway across the galaxy.
Sounds like you two went through a lot together.
We did. How's it feel to be back on the Mantis?
Good. Thinking about whipping up some curried burrafish. Kitchen looks in better shape than the...
I definitely saw less action since you left.
You're telling me.
I'm not half the...
Bound for Jedi.
Must feel good to get back in the cockpit after so long.
Fine. Just getting used to things.
Never been to Jeddah. We headed to the city?
Nah, last I heard, Seer was holed up in the desert with some weird hermits called anchorites. I just wish he'd pick a more lively cult.
We're getting a signal from Jeddah.
That's Seer. I sent word ahead that we'd be visiting. Let me put it up on the holo projector.
I got it.
Cal Kestis, it is an honor.
That's a dope headpiece.
See her there?
We eagerly await your
I really want that long hair set
However,
for
a dust
Cal.
storm is sweeping over our location. It is too dangerous for your ship to land.
How will I get to you?
Master Junda has arranged for an escort who will guide you to us.
Wait, she's sending someone else?
I will transmit the rendezvous coordinates to your pilot.
Okay, I got it.
Disembark with caution. Imperial patrols have been seen in the high desert.
Thanks for the warning. Well?
They give me the creeps. I wonder what kind of weirdo she's gonna send to meet you.
And the Empire's there too.
Not the welcome I was hoping for.
This looks almost like the last planet. I was hoping for something a little more colorful.
Sorry, kid, with the dust storm brewing, this is as close as I can get. Rendezvous point shouldn't be too far.
Sit tight, you two. I'll find Seer's...
I'll keep Grease safe and sound.
Grease-tritis don't need no babysitter.
Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Watch it, you.
Be careful out there.
Grease, have you been telling stories about me?
I got plenty of things to talk about besides you, kid.
Let's go find Seer's escort. The rendezvous point is up ahead. Time to climb. Hang on, BD. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Jedi. Not bad. Let's check it out. Let's stay off the sand, buddy. Don't want to end up a snack. Want to protect me.
We were not trained for this. Head down. Lost the flame trooper.
Looks like a scroll. Can't imagine how long it's been here. Good job. I see him. does not give up. Gotta respect that. Let's look. Good find, BD. Imps. We gotta find the escort before the Empire does.
Do I finally get a jetpack? Give me a jetpack.
Here we go.
Oh, it's her! Reunited again. Damn, she got her nice sister magic on par with any Jedi.
You been watching me?
Like old times. Surprised to see me.
I thought they'd send someone a bit more, unfamiliar.
I would not be so quick to judge, Cal Kestis. Much has changed since we last saw each other.
I can see that.
Come. My speeder is this way.
Your land speeder? Stormtroopers found it.
Then we will take care of them.
And it looks like they found us too. You ready?
Just try to keep up, Jedi.
Keep away from him! He's going dead! It's your turn! Drop your weapon! We can do it!
Watch out! On your signal! I have missed fighting at your side. Cal! The wall!
More coming. Let's take it down together.
I'm with you, Jedi.
Still resisting? Unwise. Damage sustained.
That's the last of them. You've learned some new tricks.
Looks like you have too. I picked up an ascension cable. See anything I can latch onto?
How's this?
Thought you were off traveling the galaxy. What are you doing on Jeddah?
Jeddah is part of the galaxy, Cal.
Good to know.
I visit Seer from time to time. When I heard the Mantis was arriving, I offered to guide you. We must get to the other side. Yes, that could work. Good. We should hurry, Cal. A storm is coming. Stormtroopers. We should circle around and ambush them from above.
I like the sound of that.
How do you know? Just a speeder. Pretty banged up one, too. It's a long walk to the city. There are reports of hostiles in the area. Should we send out another scouting party? We're stretched thin as it is.
We need to take them down before more arrive.
Just like that time on Nar Shaddaa.
Precisely. I'll follow your lead.
That's a first.
Good fight.
You okay?
Of course. Unlike my speeder. Even if the storm subsided, Seer is too far to reach on foot.
Nice.
What are you thinking?
Might be able to hitch a ride.
All right. Follow me. You haven't learned to fly yet, have you?
Afraid not.
Then we must find another way across.
there. See it?
I do. You haven't lost your edge. BD seems a step slow. Learn to take a joke, droid. Through here. You're not stuck, are you? Spit. The way is blocked.
Whoa, watch out!
Are you trying to kill me?
Sorry, I thought...
It's all right, Cal. Stand by. I will fix this.
What are you doing?
Restoring the pattern you threw into chaos.
She's basically like the Scarlet Witch, bro. She's kind of OP.
That looked exhausting. You need a break?
The storm is coming. I will rest when we arrive at Sears Base.
Where did you learn that?
Dathomir.
You went home?
Yes. My sisters are gone, but their wisdom remains. Ah, the spammels.
The creature is gone, but it will return.
We should never have made this journey.
May the Jedi protect us.
Maybe someone at Sears Base would know what to make of this.
No word yet. Keep trying to establish contact.
When you're ready. I really like it.
Who is that? Assembly. Find out. You'll be at home forever. Just stand still. I hope reinforcements.
Marin, you got it?
Of course. I'll meet you on the other side.
Hope you're ready. Turning Jedi. Come out and fight. Insurgents.
Let's check it out. They're scared of you.
I know. They have taken to calling me the Desert Ghost.
Desert Ghost, huh?
Haunting Imperials has become a hobby of mine.
Maybe someone at Sears base would know what to make of this. Must have taken lifetimes to build this place. Now the people who built it are gone.
I came across the remnants of many civilizations during my travels. Ready yourself for combat.
Well done.